Lecture 1 on double integrals, change of order of integration. Outline of Lecture 1. Double integrals, recap, sketching the region of integration, evaluating double integrals. Hope you are able to recollect the geometrical interpretation we have seen in the class regarding the double integral of f of x comma y over R. Anyway, now I am quickly recapping that idea. You just recollect how we are visualizing integral f of x dx over a to b as area below the curve y equal to f of x and above its projection on the line segment a to b in the x-axis. Here, whenever the limit double summation f of xy delta a exists, that is whenever this limiting case of Riemann sum is a finite acceptable value, that value can be taken as the volume enclosed below the surface z equal to f of x comma y and above its projection in the xy plane. So double integral f of x dA is not the area enclosed by the closed region R, it gives the volume beneath the surface and above its projection. However, double integral dA over a closed region R can be taken as area of that region, but not double integral f of x comma y dA. With this understanding, we will see how to sketch the region of integration. Example 1. How to evaluate double integral f of x comma y dA. Here the dA elemental area is dy dx. Here the region of integration, the inner integral is the variation for the variable y, the outer integral is the variation for x. So it can be written in the inequality form as 0 less than or equal to y less than or equal to ln x, 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2. First we have taken the region of integration by taking the bounds given in the double integral. Second step, we are going to sketch this region. So you can see the curve y equal to ln x, curve y equal to 0, that is your x-axis, the curve x equal to 1, the line parallel to y-axis, x equal to 2, the line parallel to y-axis. Now you are trying to fix the region enclosing these four bounds, that is the shaded region R given in the red color. Now we are going to fix how to change the order of integration, that is the elemental area dA we are going to take as dx dy. So you have to take the strip parallel to the x-axis. So what is the value of the x at the end of the strip which is given in blue color here? The leftmost end is touching on the curve y equal to ln x. The rightmost end is touching on the curve x equal to 2. So the variation for x is from e power y to 2. Now you have to slide the strip to the bottommost part of the region and you have to fix the value of the second variable y. Bottommost part of the region, the value of y is 0. If you slide the strip to the topmost end of the region, the value of y is ln 2. That is the point of intersection of the curve y equal to ln x and x equal to 2 is ln 2. So the upper bound for y is ln 2. And you can see always the outermost integral bound should be a constant bound so that the limit of the Riemann sum is a finite acceptable number. So here after changing the order of integration as dx dy, the bound for x is e power y to 2, the bound for y is 0 to ln 2. I think you are clear with this idea. So here dx dy is the order in which we are going to evaluate the integral. So you are taking a strip parallel to x-axis. The leftmost end, the value of x is y by 2, because the leftmost end is sliding on the curve y equal to 2x. Rightmost end, the curve is y equal to x square, so the value of x is root over y. So the x is varying between y by 2 to root y. The second bound is for y, which is supposed to be a constant bound. Slide the strip to the bottommost part of the region, the value is 0. Slide the strip to the topmost part of the region, the value of y there is 4. So you got the region of integration for elementary strip dA as dx dy. Now we are going to see how to change the order of integration. So changing the order of integration, or it can be called as reversing the order of integration, means dA elementary strip is chosen as dy dx. Now you have to take a strip parallel to y axis. So if you take a strip parallel to y axis, means we are going to fix the bound for y first. Bottommost part of the strip is sliding on the curve y equal to x square. There the value of y is x square. Topmost part of the strip is sliding on the curve y equal to 2x. There the value of y is 2x. So the bound for y is between x square and 2x, and move the strip to the leftmost end of the region. There the value of the second variable x is 0. Slide the strip to the rightmost end of the region. There the value of x is 2. So now you got the bounds for y and x. Here also the outermost integral limit or bound should be a constant bound. I hope you are comfortable in taking the strip and fixing the bounds for the variables x and y accordingly. The second step in evaluating the integrals is, first we have to fix the elementary strip dA either as dx dy or dy dx based on the nature of the integrand f of x comma y. Whatever be the order in which you are integrating, the integral value does not vary. So here the integral value, what we are interpreting, we are taking the value of the double integral as volume, not the area, right? Volume below the surface z equal to f of x comma y, and above the region R which is lying in the xy plane. So first we have to fix the order of integration. The limit of integration are determined in the given region R by drawing strips parallel to x axis, while in the second case by drawing strips parallel to y axis. That's what we have seen in the previous part. Now I am giving one or two examples how to fix the bounds and evaluating the integral. In the previous two examples, the integrand f of x comma y is taken as some general expression f of x comma y. We have concentrated on fixing the bounds only. Now you see this example 3. Evaluate the integral double integral x cube e power y cube dy dx by changing the order of integration. So what is the given order dy dx? Changing the order means we have to choose the elementary strip dA as dx dy. That means, yes, we have to take the strip parallel to x axis and we have to fix the bounds. Let us see how to do that. So here the given region R, I am taken from the bounds. Inner bound for y, outer bound for x. Now you have to sketch the curve. Y equal to x square, blue color curve. Y equal to 9, pink color curve. X equal to 0, that is your y axis. X equal to 3 is another line which is parallel to the y axis. So now the point of intersection is at 3, y is 9. So you got the closed region. Now we have to change the order. That means we have to choose dA, the elementary strip, as dx dy. Take a strip parallel to x axis. Now we will start with the same procedure. Leftmost end, the value of x is 0. The rightmost end, the value of x is root over y. Right? And move the strip to the bottommost part of the region where the value of y, the second variable, is 0, and move the strip to the topmost part of the region where the value of y is 9. So we got the bounds for x and y. Now the given integral, the bound is y varying from x square to 9, x varying from 0 to 3. Now we have reversed or changed the order of integration. So innermost integral, the variation for x is 0 to root over y. Outermost integral, the outermost integral, the bound for y are 0 to 9. Now you take the inner integral, treat the second variable y as constant and evaluate. As usual, like your line integral, all the properties and all the rules we are applying for line integral evaluation can be carried over here. So I am integrating only for x. So e power y cube is fixed variable, no change, x power 4 by 4. Apply the limit. Now if you look into this step, the 2 variable is converted to 1 variable. So the integrand is completely in terms of the variable y. Now using the substitution method or exactness idea, you can integrate, you will get e power y cube, variation is 0 to 9. You got your double integral value. I hope you are comfortable in fixing the region of integration and the evaluation procedure. Making you more clear, I am taking one more example with integrand as trigonometric function. Evaluate the integral by changing the order of integration. So here if you look into the innermost integral, the bound is y to 1. So look into the order dx dy. So the inner integral you have to fix for x variation. So x is varying between y to 1. The second variable is y. Outermost integral is 0 to 1. So what is the region of integration here? X varying between y to 1 and y varying between 0 to 1. So now you are sketching the region. You got the picture. Red color shaded part is the region of integration. Now you have to change the order. So the order is dy dx. Which parallel strip you have to choose now? Yes, you have to choose y parallel strip. And you have to fix the bound from bottom to top, left to right. Always this order gives the positive orientation for the closed region. So bottommost part, the value of y is 0. Topmost part is sliding on y equal to x. The value of y is x. Leftmost end of the region, the value of the second variable x is 0. Rightmost end of the region, the value of the second variable is 1. Now you have to evaluate double integral y to 1 0 to 1 as double integral 0 to 1 for x variation, 0 to x for y variation. Integration is with respect to y first. Treat the variable x as fixed. So x square no change. Sine integral is cos, function of a function. Integration is for y. So the denominator you are choosing x. Apply the bounds. In the second step you can see the integrand is completely depending on only one variable x. Cancel out one x and simplify. Again you can integrate by using the substitution method. Put x square as u in the first part. You will get 2x dx is du. So du by 2 and simplify the integration procedure. Second term x square integral is x cube by 3. Substitute the limit, you will get a finite number. That finite number can be treated as what? Volume below the surface z equal to x square into sine xy and above the region which we had stated, triangular region. I hope you are comfortable now in evaluating the double integrals. Thank you.